Welcome to NoteFull's new online class. And my name is Joseph, and in this class what we're going to do is we're going to focus on improving our reading, our listening, our speaking, and our writing skills for the TOEFL. And also for those of you not planning to take it anytime soon or at all, it's still going to help us improve our general English in a really strong way, so I hope you watch too. Now this class is going to be held every week, so every Thursday there's going to be a new class, so I want you guys to watch out for that. And the most important thing is that we're going to learn all of these skills by focusing on a vocabulary word in a very unique and powerful way. So rather than tell you about what we're going to do, let's go ahead and get started. Now, virtually is the word that we're actually going to study today. And the reason why we chose that word is because we analyzed about 50 plus TOEFL readings, and we found that it appeared pretty often, so it's an important academic word for us to know. Now, in order for us to improve our writing skill, we actually have to know how to spell this word when we need to type it out. So we spell it V-I-R-T-U-A-L-L-Y, so you see it over there. Now, in order for us to get the most benefit from this video, we want to make it like a real classroom. We want to interact. So let's go ahead and pause the video right now so you can write it out 7 times in your scratch paper. So by the end of this video, you really learned it. So let's go ahead and do that now. To improve our listening and our speaking skills, we have to learn how to say this word effectively. So we have to know that in English, when a word has more than one vowel sound, we break it into syllables. So virtually has 4 syllables, 4 vowel sounds. Virtually. Now one of those gets the accent, which means we say it louder than the other. So which one? The first one. So we say this virtually, not virtually, but virtually. So guess what I want to have you do right now? Let's go ahead and learn and benefit from this by pausing the video, so either you scream it or you whisper it, but you try saying it accurately 7 times. So let's go ahead and do that now. To continue to improve our listening and our speaking skills, we're going to focus on how to say the V sound in virtually more effectively. So there are 5 parts of this sound that we have to know in order to say it well. The first is the position of our lips. So our upper teeth rest on our lower lip when we make this sound. Virtually, right? The next thing is that, the second thing is that the air passes through the mouth, not the nose. And the third thing is that our tongue is just dead, doesn't do anything, it just rests there. So virtually. Now the third, or actually the fourth thing that we want to focus on is the voice. So if you notice, I'm using my voice to make this sound. So if you put your hand on your throat, when you make this sound, you should feel it vibrate. Virtually. And that lets you know that you're making it effectively. Now the fifth thing is pretty important, because when a lot of people learn how to make this sound, they don't say it well because they say it too quickly. We don't say virtually. Virtually, that's a different sound. It's unclear. It's not going to help you out. We make it a long sound, a clear sound. So we say virtually. So guess what I want to have you do right now? Let's go ahead and have you either scream it or whisper it, but let's have you try to say this word effectively and accurately 7 times. So let's go ahead, pause the video and do that right now. Now, to improve our reading and our listening skills, we're going to learn what this word actually means and how we basically use it. So this word means just about, almost, not 100%, but like 98%. So we either use it as an adverb, virtually, to modify a verb or a sentence, or we use it as an adjective, virtual, to talk about a noun. Now, let's say we have a friend, John. Now, John is a successful businessman, so luckily for him, he has about $1 million in the bank, so he's a pretty happy guy. But unfortunately for John, he really likes to gamble. So one day, guess what happens? He goes to Las Vegas, he plays blackjack, and his money virtually disappeared. So what does that mean? Well, we're using virtually as an adverb to talk about the verb disappeared, and that tells us that his money didn't completely disappear, but like 98% of it is gone. So good thing for him, he has a few $100s left so he can afford the plane ticket back to his business. Now he has about 10 employees waiting for him back home. So what do you think he's going to make sure that happens? He's going to make sure that he has virtual control over everything his employees do, because he wants them to work hard so he can get the money back that he lost, right? So what kind of control? Virtual control. So he can't control 100% what they do, but he can control almost 100%. So there we used virtual as an adjective that modified the noun control. So we may not like John, but at least he served as a pretty good example for us. This is the funnest part of the class because this is where we actually get to interact as a classroom and really learn together. So in this part of the class, what I'm going to do is review the work that you guys will have sent in. But since this is actually our first class, I don't have any work from you guys to review. So I'm going to explain how this works. So every week I'm going to ask you either to write some example sentences using this word, or I'm going to ask you to record yourself answering a TOEFL question, and in your answer I want you to use this word. So it's going to be really cool because it's going to focus a lot on a speaking question in the TOEFL that we have trouble with. Now for next week, what I want us to do is I actually want you to write 1 to 3 example sentences using this word and send them on over to me. So you have 2 ways to send them over. One is you can write your example sentences in the comment section below and just post it as a comment where I can see it. Or you can email me at myclass@notefull.com, and that email address will actually be the way that we can communicate about this YouTube online class. So if you guys ever have any questions or comments or anything like that, you can email me there. So make sure to do that, and don't forget to subscribe clicking on the link above, because remember, there's a new video every week and you want to make sure that you get a chance to see the review of your work. So click on subscribe so you can know when the next video is out. I really hope you guys enjoyed this first fresh class, and I know I did. So until next week, bye-bye.